This is your answer key for Tuesday, October 17th. First question. Which numbers have both 4 and 6 as their factors? So as I'm thinking about factors, I'm thinking making a factor rainbow or a factor tree. So I'm looking at my possible answer choices of 8, 12, 18, and 24. So I have to figure out which of these have both 4 and 6 multiplied together to get these products. It also tells me there's more than one answer, so I know that I'm going to have more than one answer choice. So there's a little bit of space here to help you find the factors of each of these numbers, but I'm also going to use a scrap sheet of paper to help me. First, I'm going to find factors of 8. I know 1 times 8 equals 8. It's even, so 2 is going to go into it. 2 times 4 equals 8. There's nothing times 3 that equals 8. There's nothing times, there is something times 4 that equals 8, 4 and 2. So I know my factors are done. But the question says which has 4 and 6 as their factors. So I can eliminate 8 because nothing times 6 equals 8. Next one, 12. I know 1 and 12 equal 12. It's even, so 2 times 6 equals 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. And there's nothing times 5 that equals 12, and I already have my factor of 6. So there is something times 4 that equals 12, and there is something times 6 that equals 12. So B is a possible answer choice. Let's go to C, 18. Going to start off with my factors. 1 and 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. There's nothing times 4 that equals 18. There's nothing times 5 that equals 18. And then I'm back to 6. So when I'm looking at this question, which numbers both have 4 and 6 as their factors? 18 is not one because it doesn't have 4. So I can eliminate C. Now I'm checking for 24. 1 and 24. It's even, so 2 times 12. 3 times 8. 4 times 6. There's nothing times 5 that equals 24. And if I'm looking back at my question, which numbers have both 4 and 6 as their factors? I have it here. So 24 is a possible answer choice. Look at all that work we showed for this problem. You should have that work on your paper as well. Next question. Write the multiplication problem that represents this array. So if I'm checking this array, I can count my numbers on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my rows. And then I count my columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the multiplication problem that this represents is 4 times 5. It says write the addition problem that represents this array. So it could be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, or 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Either one of those will work. So I can write 5 4 times, or I can do 4 5 times. Both of those would give me my product and my answer of 20. Okay, the next square, what is the product of 52 times 3? So I'm going to solve that over here on my paper. And you can solve that one of two ways, traditional or area model. For area model, I expanded my factors and multiply them together. 50 times 3 is 150. 2 times 3 is 6. Want to add those together? I get 156. If I were to do it traditionally, I'd start my ones. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. My final product, 156. 156 over here. The next question says, name the two factors. So factors are two numbers multiplied together. The two numbers we multiplied were 52 and 3. Next, it says, what is the definition of a factor? That is, two numbers multiplied together. All right, next one. Got those place value blocks again. I'm going to start off with the ones I know, which are ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. My tens, I have 10, 20, 30. 3 tens equals 30. For my hundreds, I have 100, 200, 300s. So I'm going to add those up together. 300 plus 30 plus 4 equals 334. So what's the total value of these base 10 blocks? 334. Now it's asking me to circle other ways to represent this value. So I have to find the value of A, B, C, and D, which I'm going to do on a separate sheet of paper. The first one says 300s and 34 tens. Well, I know $300 bills would be 300. 34 $10 bills would be 340. So when I add those together, I get 640. That does not match my value of 334. So I can eliminate A because that's worth 640. Let's check B out. B says 200s. That value is 200. 13 tens. That would be 130. 4 ones, which would equal 4. So if I add those all up, I get 334, which does match my value. So B is one possible answer choice. Let's solve for C. C, 300s, which would equal 300. 1 10, which would be 10. 24 ones, which would be 24. If I add all of those up, I get 334. That does match the value that I'm looking for, so C is another possible answer choice. Let's solve D. 200s, which would be 200. 2 tens, 20. 10 ones, 10. That would equal 330. That does not match our value of 334, so I can eliminate D. There are your answers for the math portion. Let's solve the economic questions below. Number 1 says, someone with experience raising and training horses should look for a job in this region. Here's your hint. This region has rolling hills. Number 2, if you like apples, go to these 2 regions where apple farming is an important industry. One of those regions has parallel mountain chains. The other region has old rounded mountains. Number 2, what is a natural, non-renewable resource found in the southwestern part of Virginia? Ooh, this is in the Appalachian Plateau region, the major product and industry in that region. Number 4, someone interested in working on a dairy farm should go to this region. Well, this region has lots and lots of cows, and it also has parallel mountain chains. That should help you find the answer. And number 5, this tribe lives in southwest Virginia. Well, it's not the Powhatan tribe because they live in the coastal plain region. This tribe speaks Iroquoian. All right, guys, hope you showed all your work and did your best on your homework.